we don't have a show name, so it's just gonna be the interview.
Coming to you live.
Coming to you live. All right. Coming to you from Port St. Lucie, Florida. This is an interview with Stampz, and I'm your host, Christian. So Stampz, how you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hand this right off to you.
Pretty good.
Fucked it up from the beginning.
No, we good. I like
right.
that. Keep it in.
We're keeping it. I'm here to talk to you today about your history with music. You've been in the game for, what, 13 years now?
Something like that.
Something like 2012?
Yeah. Something
That's
like that.
roughly 13 years. So I have some questions for you. I'll hand this off to you when you're ready. So Stampz, what is it like to be FoodStampz?
Honestly, it's just making no sense all the time, but making a little bit of sense to nobody that understands it. Exactly. It's confusing and stupid, but it's going to make you laugh. That's it.
All right.
Everything's stupid, makes no sense, but it's hilarious.
That actually leads into my next question. How would you describe to the people at home, how would you describe what you do?
It doesn't make sense. There's no formula. There's no predictability. The whole goal is just to do or say something that's funny, that would be like an earworm and stick to you. Out of the 3 minutes worth of nothingness, maybe you got one line that was like, all right, that was pretty dumb, but that was funny. And you're just laughing about that nonstop. Or maybe the concept is just, I don't know why someone would come up with this and make that happen, but that was entertaining to watch and listen to.
That's a good answer, and I get it. Like, that's a good approach to comedy. A lot of people say you'll like throw stuff at the wall to see what sticks. To be funny, you have to do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to ask, obviously you came up with the name FoodStampz like 13 years ago. So I want you to talk about the name. Why FoodStampz? Why still Stamps? And how do you feel about it today?
Well, I feel pretty good about it today. Initially, it wasn't going to be anything. It was just something that was made up as like a little bit for a joke for, shout out my boy, P Dollars, you know.
Yeah.
We just do the most horrible, funny freestyles, and we came up with the most satire, stupid names you could think of. So I'm FoodStampz with a Z, because I talk about the hustle, the struggle, the grind, getting it out the mud. But I'm pretty like middle class, so there ain't no trenches, you know. Ooh, thank God I was not around the trenches. I couldn't survive. I like whole wheat, you know. No, it's just like satire on everything, like taking things too serious, and FoodStampz just stuck because we just kept doing more satire stuff. Like feeling like a Pokemon, just hearing my rap name over and over.
Sick.
That's why I say it so much. FoodStampz. Like a fucking Pokemon.
FoodStampz.
FoodStampz.
And it is a good name. I will say it's kind of hard to look up FoodStampz. Like, even as somebody who follows you on everything, like, I'll look up FoodStampz and get like videos about like actual like food stamps policies. I'm like, no, I spelled it with a Z.
I'm still working on that. I don't know how to fix that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I gotta put an underscore and some numbers in so it specifies.
FoodStampz XX123XX underscore, like an Xbox name.
My social security number at the end. No one will ever know.
They'll always know it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a difference between the man behind the rap and FoodStampz, the rapper?
Well, FoodStampz is, I guess you could say, alter ego. It's just something that I visualize and just throw in the pot of like personalities, like trappers, murderers, riffraff, just personalities and stuff that I see from music or TV or whatever. It's all just thrown in there. Comedic stuff, serious stuff, people that are bigger than life. I take that and make fun of that because, I don't know, there's something to laugh at in there. And then Dusean is just Dusean. That's it, like regular dude. But FoodStampz is just a custom character, you could say.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near me. It's just a custom character that I use as my satire piece.
Yeah, I think it works. And FoodStampz is and has been everything. Like, we've seen you and heard you talk about doing it all.
I think I got more to do.
I mean, obviously, we'll get to that towards the end, but there's definitely more to come.
Hopefully.
FoodStampz is under the banner or the collective of Tiger Click.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, what is Tiger Click now? What has it been in the past? How do you feel about that?
Well, Tiger Click, as a group, it's just we just needed a group name, and that was like something I came up with in 2 seconds before anyone else got to come up with a group name. Yep. So it was just a race, like, what do we call ourselves? Boom, that's it. All right, well, that's it. That was the name. It was just going to be a 5-second race to see who named us, and we're going to roll with that. Other than that, my boy P. Dollars, he's like vice president. I'm president. I'm still running it.
Yep.
So I think we had a couple other members. They didn't rap or nothing, but they had funny names. One of them was Government Cheese. I think he did one ad lib, so valid. You rapped. You're on the song. You did the ad lib. Valid.
That was on one of the album covers.
Yeah. Government Cheese.
I remember seeing that.
It was one ad lib. You probably, I don't know which song or where it is, but yeah, Government Cheese did an ad lib and it was official. And then I can't remember the other members. They didn't get to make an ad lib to be an official member yet, so I can't remember. But yeah, that's really all it is. We're just trying to make a comedy group that can be on tempo, which is harder than you think to find people that can be on tempo.
For sure. I still remember listening to because I was one of the people back in high school when I met you. I should have mentioned like how we know each other, but maybe that'd be an interesting story for later. I still remember the first time I listened to that album, and there's this like secret final track where there's like a random other guy, and I was like, "Who is this? They got features?"
I can't remember who that was. It might have been a last minute. Like, hey, we're gonna get these CDs printed. I don't know why we wanted to do CDs. I thought CDs.
I bought one.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be funny. Like, yo, we gotta trap these CDs and really get this work. I'm like, we gotta sell this. And I sold it. It's like, okay, let's buy more CDs and do it again. I don't know. I thought it would be funny, like all of us at gas stations selling CDs. I don't know why I thought that would be so funny, but that was that. But yeah, no, I wish I went over the track list one more time.
I forget who it was, but I do remember in preparation for this is going to sound crazy. Oh, well, not really. Obviously, I'm a fan. Over the past, 4 days, I listened to most of your music over the past 13 years. And there has been a progression, especially in,
Yeah, you could definitely hear the quality go up from beginning to end. Oh, my God, the beginning ones are horrible. But
you've clearly come a long way in the production. Although the boost came pretty early, I would say. What was it? More Stripes. That's your first album, yeah. And that feels like a real album. Yeah. Also, there's like a million features on that. I don't know how that's one of my questions for later. I don't know how you manage that.
From the initial songs before then, I was running into people and I guess you could say sharpening my blade with how to, I guess, flow better, come up with funnier things to lead to another line and not be predictable, and also learning from other people that were rapping and see how they got in their vibe and just kept going, but also producers and whatnot. So that was another part of the boost as well, because initially my first I'd say maybe 20 songs, 20, 30, they're all made in Sony Vegas. I didn't know anything about music software, and then I started learning, watching them, and just everything that they did, I would try to replicate or see how they did whatever. So that's how I started slowly tweaking my voice, the quality of the audio and the people along the way that were helping me, like, you know what, I'm gonna hit you up in a couple months, so whatever. I'm gonna need a verse from you, and then that's where more stripes. White has so many people because it's just people I've been like, I'm gonna save that verse. Not yet. Let me get a little bit better, and it's going on the album.
Yeah, it is impressive how real that album feels. Coming off of, like, you had, I don't remember the exact amount, but you had, you of course had the Tiger Click mixtape, which I still own, by the way. It's all like yellow and like brown and stuff now.
Tiger Click mixtape, high school guap out. High school guap out freshman year. It was supposed to be a 4-part. I still haven't done senior, but I'm like,
really? You did a Kanye? You
yeah. No, but I think it worked out because I did high school guap out freshman, sophomore, and I don't remember if I dropped the junior. I think I turned the junior into an EP, but I didn't do senior. I'm like, honestly, it's kind of fitting because I just dropped out. So it's like, you don't need to have a 4th. And then Booty Squirt. yeah, that Booty Squirt tape with me and Pete Dollars.
Bust a nut on the front?
Bust a nut on the front.
Can't forget that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like.
I don't think I've heard Booty Squirt. I've never heard that.
Yeah, Booty Squirt's fire.
I think I might be missing some FoodStampz lore.
Well, this was back when they were on mixtape sites like Spinrilla, DatPiff.
Yep.
They might be on DatPiff still. I know Spinrilla's down, but this was when I was just throwing all our projects and whatnot on mixtape sites. So that's why some of it's lost media.
That is crazy. I thought I knew it all.
There's plenty more mixtapes with funny names I just can't think of. Booty Squirt, High School Guap Out, Bustin' on the Front. Like, those are, like, amazing.
Oh, man. So we're talking about your early stuff right now, and I do have a question about that. In the 2012 behind-the-scenes Based Boys video, you were seen recording in a closet at what I assume was P. Dollars' house.
I might have. I've recorded in a lot of people's closet. Pause. But I might have. Like, yeah, it was like a closet tour, like, for a minute. Closet to closet, town to town. Like, we set that microphone up everywhere. I'd have to see the video to know specifically whose closet it is, and
yeah,
I'll
have it playing. Like,
yeah, let the world know.
All right, that brings me to my next question. Did your family know about Stamps? And what did they think when they found out?
In the beginning, it's like, it's gonna be cringe. Like, I don't want my mom to hear my music and hear what I'm saying. Like, cringe. Like, no one wants to have their parents hear what they're saying in, like, an Xbox party at 3 a.m. So that's why I hid that. I hid it like a superpower. I'm like, you're not gonna know who the real Superman is, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, they've never found out, and I've never told them, and they will never know.
Really?
Yeah, they've never known. I've never told them. As far as I'm aware, we're gonna keep it like that. If they know, we're gonna pretend like they don't.
That's kind of crazy because, like, on social media where people can see a lot of, like, what you're up to these days or whenever, you're pretty openly FoodStampz. Like, I don't know that you talk about your music too much, but you're always doing, like, pretty interesting stuff on social media.
Yeah, they're old heads, so they ain't really on the internet like that. So I'm good on that. As long, it's more when I start doing like TV commercials, that's when it's gonna be hard to hide. It's like I'm on the TV, but for the time I could lay low on the internet.
That's interesting. I always wondered if they knew about it.
Nope. Nope.
All right.
I'm a saint to them. Come on, I don't want them to hear what I'm saying.
This is just a guess, but during some of the songs, it sounds like you're trying to be quiet, and I always wondered if you recorded some of the, like, early stuff in your house or something.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
Do you want to talk about that?
Like, what early are we talking about?
I guess I'm specifically talking about on the Tiger Click mixtape, your first, like, full-length thing. It's just, I can't think of a specific song right now, but sometimes it just sounds like you're, like, you know, when you're talking on Xbox and you're like, yeah, I can't let my mom hear what I'm saying.
I got your IP. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, because when I record, I need to be as drunk as possible. It gets me as creative. And, you know, when you're drunk and you don't know how loud you're getting, and by the time I get to the zone, and I'm recording. It's like 1, 2 in the morning. They're all asleep, so I'm trying to yell but quietly, and I didn't know it was noticeable. I thought I was like, no one's ever gonna know. I was quiet yelling, but yeah, no. Sometimes it's just late at night, or I'm just trying to, cause I got no vocal range, so I'm trying to like get to a certain like pitch or tone, but I can't do it loudly, so I got to do like a quiet sing, so that way I could put the effects on it cleaner and it's smoother. So one of the two, either I'm lit or trying to pretend to sing, which I love pretending to sing because it's so horrible.
I have to say, I love that, like, I don't know when exactly you adopted this, but I know you eventually started doing, like, a backing chorus in a super high, like, gur voice.
I did that as an ad-lib one time. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And then another song that came along, I'm like, oh, let me do that again. And then I'm like, yo, I could just go higher pitch. And it's just screaming high pitch in the back. It sounded so gargly, off key, unappealing. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. That's the backing right there. That's a signature stamp, you know.
Yeah, I remember. I think maybe one of the first times I heard it is like, you're like, I'm the cutest one in the rap game. Cute as fuck. I thought that was so funny.
As high pitch as you could go, that's the goal. Yeah.
Obviously, all your stuff is funny, but do you have a favorite or like most notable project, album, or song from the past, or even like one of your favorite videos or something? Because your videos are really funny too, even though I haven't really talked about them. There's one I want to mention later. Yeah, tell me, do you got any just favorite projects from the past?
It would hands down be Spray Shit. The reaction from it's hilarious. White people love Panic at the Disco, so when you're at like a rap or rap/rock show going on with people, and then out of nowhere they hear Panic at the Disco start fading in, it's like you see their faces, they all start running to the floor, the dance floor, like, man, forget about my drink right now. I gotta go. What are you about to do with this? Yeah. That's a crowd favorite. Yeah, and everyone always comes up like, yo, keep doing more stuff like that. That's hilarious. I was gonna go smoke a cigarette or something, but I had to hear where this was going because you caught me off guard with that.
That's awesome. I do like that one. That one's super high energy.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Even for your stuff, that's like super high energy.
I wanted to keep it more dancey, just like how the song feels. I wanted to keep it more dancey and bouncy and uptone, even though I'm talking about like doing a drive-by.
Yeah, it's a really dark song when you think about it, but it is one of your like most upbeat things.
Yeah.
That and like I think the caramel dancing one is also really fun. I forget what that one's called, but like I love that one.
Something about Joe Exotic. Oh no. Yeah, no, that was like a fever dream. That's what it felt like. That's what I wanted to make it like sound like and look like. It was just me with the green screen and a lot of free time, so I got to make a little fever dream.
I need to know, because back when I found out about you, I only kind of knew about I knew Soulja Boy. I didn't know Lil B.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Had to put the gang on.
How influential were the Pretty Boy Millionaires to your early career?
Come on. Oh my God. I think that's what gave the push for me and P Dollars to like start the little duo. Because if it wasn't for Soulja or Lil B, there would be no Stamps. Like their inspiration, like with just anything they could say on a beat was hilarious, or like, damn, Lil B spitting.
Yeah. Like, on top of being funny, Lil B was also really good at rapping.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Fly like a Martian. And you know, like he could just say anything with like a little gargly voice, and it's like, yeah, she is gonna eat that wonton soup. You better park that coupe. Yeah. First I park my coupe. Ooh. I mean, just the fact that you never knew what he was gonna say next or lead into. That's what I wanted to do and replicate. Like him. One of my favorite songs with him is him and his cat Kiki on a beat, and all is just a looping beat of him going meow, meow, Hey, Kiki. Meow.
I don't think I know that one.
It's amazing. It's just him meowing. But like just the random stupid stuff like that, and it's so fire. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to make a satire version of a trap star or a little gang member, a little gang killer, a gentleman gang killer. I don't know. Just find something and make fun of it.
Yeah, it's funny because like FoodStampz, you would assume he chooses his own like production and stuff, and the subject matter is like dark and violent, but it's like, would somebody doing all that stuff choose like a Caramel Dancing beat or like know about Carol Baskin or whatever? It's so funny. I also have to say, like, even though you started out influenced by the PBM, you definitely kind of did your own thing and have definitely moved far from that almost entirely. Like, even if you're still doing a comedic slant on rap and trap, like, it's clearly your thing. It's not like a Lil B impression, which I think is really cool.
I get ideas through like waves of like inspiration. Like, say I find a new artist or a new music genre, that'll be like my inspiration for like, okay, I could take this, put my twist on it, and come out with a new angle of like comedic lines and things that I could be creative with that I probably couldn't do in like another genre. Like a couple country artists inspired me. That's why I did that one country song.
Dude, I love that song. Yeah. That's one of my favorites. Like, I think that's one of your best, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what, because I don't like country. I wouldn't listen to it, but I found someone that I did like, and I kind of got the little drawl. I got the twang. I'm like, all right, let's talk about pickup trucks, getting our boots dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'll be like that. That inspires me to do a new genre or a new style or something fresh, because can't do the same thing for too long. Kind of get bored. Want to switch it up.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. It is getting kind of dark out. I think soon we're going to have to move this inside. But I'm going to ask you a couple more questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did gospel, country, hype. I'm working on hyper pop. I think EDM, metal. Damn, I gotta do R&B. I gotta do R&B next.
Oh, we need R&B. Wait. What was the video where you were like in the ocean? You were like
the gospel. That one. Yeah, I think Kirk Franklin. I was listening to Kirk Franklin for a couple of weeks. I'm like, I'm trying to praise and I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Because that was my first and only song that I've ever done not cursing was difficult. Not saying any profanity or cursing or anything negative. That was a challenge. I had to keep it positive for my man upstairs, Big J. Come on, man. Had to put on for him.
So you already talked about your influences a little bit, but I do want to ask, I did want to ask if you listen to country, which it sounds like you really don't, even though that song is very authentic. Like, maybe authentic isn't the right word. It is accurate. But do you have any other musical influences that you want to talk about?
I've been rocking with Toby Keith and Tim McGraw the past couple of months. I'm not the man that I used to. That's my joint. No, I'll just listen to random music. I don't care about the language because music to me has no language. A majority of the music I listen to is in straight Japanese, Korean, Russian, German, French. I don't understand what they're saying, but it bangs. I'll just listen to anything and everything, get different vibes, different pieces of inspiration to try to keep doing more because it's fun making just randomness.
Do you have any notable unreleased music or projects? Because, like, having been in the game for 13 years, there's no way you have lost music. We already talked about that. Yep. But there's no way you've put out everything you've tried to do. So I want to know, is there anything lost? Is there anything that you didn't go through with that you want to talk about?
Yeah. And
after this one, we'll head inside.
Okay. Yeah, I have a good amount of, like, stuff that I've never finished, completed, or released because by the time I got to the end of the product, I'm like, it's not the right time because, like, the skill or level I'm at regarding editing myself or producing what I want is like, I'll keep it as a template and then in the future I'll come back and do it again better. because I don't want to put it out and throw the beat away and then I can't use it again. I'd rather sit on the beat or sit on the idea and then sharpen my skills a little bit regarding whatever I got to work on, whether it's the editing or know-how of a program or just sometimes vocal training-ish to get to what I want to do. So some things are on that hard drive or lost or just tucked away. I don't know. Like, whenever I dig something up, it's like, oh, I forgot about this. Dust it off and get cracking on it. But other than that, I'm like my current songs, I think I have like 9 different songs I'm working on all at once, and then I'll take a break before I do like the final re-record top to bottom, like the way I drafted out.
Good to know. My next question is going to be what the recording process is like for you today, because I know I talked about like kind of what it was in the past, but I assume you're not recording in random closets anymore. All right, so let's pack this stuff up and head inside.
My main man, that's my main man. I love Jesus. I need a Jesus piece.